Swapping out an RV mattress is today's topic. Hi, this is Jim from RV4x40.com.
And I'm Chris. Welcome to our home.
We're glad to have you with us today. Our channel is all about trying to give you some information about our experiences with full-time RV life and maybe some information about places we've been and things we've done to the RV to help improve it. That's what we're going to talk about this week, is an improvement we just made to the RV.
Recently, I had an opportunity to spend a week with my 3 grandchildren and care for them while their parents celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary. And during that time, I slept in my daughter's bed, of course. So I felt like I was in a plush hotel for that week. When I came back home, I visited with Jim about how comfortable the bed was. And we'd been having doubts about the bed that came with this RV when we purchased it a year ago. So that discussion led to the possibility of a new bed, a new mattress for our bed.
By way of background, this RV had been upgraded to a Sleep Number bed, and it was a full-size Sleep Number bed. What came from the factory in this RV was an RV King. The difference is they are the same length, 80 inches, but an RV King is 72 inches wide. A full-size King is 76 inches wide. So that 4 inches meant that the Sleep Number bed was really crammed into the space between the walls, between the side walls in the bedroom. It wasn't so bad as far as sleeping on it was concerned, but it made it extremely difficult to make the bed. Making a bed in those kind of cubby holes is difficult at best because you really can't get up beside the bed, and you part way up, maybe halfway up the length of the mattress, but then you run into the wall and the other things that are built into the slide, so you can't really get up to the top to tuck it in the way you would with a bed you could walk around. Makes it much more difficult. And by this bed being extra wide, it was right up against the walls, made it very, very difficult. So we had neither one of us been terribly satisfied with the comfort of the Sleep Number bed. I know they get a lot of advertising and that kind of stuff, and they're not a cheap bed in the first place, but we really had never been totally comfortable with it. And so we decided, after her experience and our almost a year living in this coach, that we would upgrade the mattress. So did some looking around at different things. I ended up going with a LIppert mattress, one of their premium mattresses, which is a RV King in terms of size. It's a medium firmness as far as the mattress is concerned. So we're going to show you the process we're going to go through in terms of swapping out the mattress. And then after we've done that and made some video and pictures of that, we'll come back and talk to you more about the process. This is the Sleep Number mattress before we take it out. You can see up at the top how it fits very tightly in the width that's allowed. To make it easier to take the mattress out, we folded it over. It doesn't fold up real well, doesn't roll up real well. And then we trussed it up with some Gorilla Tape to make sure it wouldn't come loose as we were tearing it out of the RV. If you've never bought a mattress like this, a foam mattress, they are compressed greatly at the factory to get all the air out of it and wrapped up tightly in some plastic material and put into a box. So much, much easier to ship, but then you still have to deal with taking it apart once you get it in your place. This particular mattress was actually wrapped in 2 different layers of plastic. The first one was an outer layer, and as you'll see once it unrolls, there's an inner layer after that. And so using a pair of scissors to very carefully split the plastic, didn't want to use a knife, I didn't want to cut into the mattress itself, so tried to find a pair of scissors with a little bit of a dull point on them. And as you go along, and you can see behind it, it's starting to unwrap. Once the final cut is made, it completely unwraps. And this is where I made my first mistake in unwrapping this mattress. At this point, we're looking at the bottom side of the mattress. It's obvious from the way it's made. And instead of taking the final wrap off and allowing the mattress to completely expand, if at this point I had turned the mattress over, it would have been much better, because what you're going to see in a minute is we have to manipulate the mattress first of all to get the plastic completely cut loose. It's, again, this very tight space between the walls in the bedroom. Access up at the top of the mattress is very limited. Makes it hard to make the bed, and one of the reasons to put this mattress in is it is a little bit narrower. It's 4 inches narrower than the Sleep Number bed that was in there. But once we get the wrapping off, and what you'll see here is a short version of it, but we're trying to turn the mattress over. Can't flip it end for end. There's a fan on the ceiling. We tried putting it on the floor. That doesn't work too well. We tried going sideways like this. That didn't work too well. So in the end, we found out the only way to get the mattress turned over was actually to take it out of the bedroom, out into the living area of the RV, and from there we could turn it around and then bring it back. So a lot more work. We could have done that much more easily if we'd have tried this before we unwrapped everything completely. But if I ever do this again, and if I remember it, will be a better way to do it. And we'll do a little bit of fast action here to get the mattress out and back into the bedroom turned around. And as you can see, the two pooches are very helpful trying to make sure we do it correctly and get it into the right spot. But eventually the mattress does go into place, and that's what it looks like. Now that you've seen the process of swapping the mattress out, you will recognize I did a couple of things wrong in terms of how I unwrapped it and then cut the plastic off of it. It would have been a lot easier if I'd have flipped the mattress over in the first place when it was still rolled up or partially rolled up, and instead of having to take it out into the other room and bring it back as you saw in the video. But that was the process for getting it put in. It does fit. It fits better. It's much easier to work, well, I won't say it's much easier. It's easier to work around with a little bit of extra room on the side. It's still a difficult thing to make the bed up. But what's your impression after sleeping on it for a couple of nights, Chris?
Well, it is firmer than my daughter's was, so not quite the luxury hotel version, but it is very comfortable, and I'm looking forward to having that as a new mattress.
And we've talked about the possibility of adding a topper to it to maybe add just a little bit of softness to it. We'll live with it a little while longer before we do that. One of the surprising things was, given that the other bed was a full-size king bed, that everything fits well on it. In fact, the sheets and the bedspread probably fit a little bit better than they did on the Sleep Number bed. So that's our process for updating a mattress. It may or may not be something anybody else is interested in, but we thought we'd kind of show you what happens and the way they come in a box, and then they kind of expand and grow real quickly once you take the plastic wrap off. So we hope you enjoyed the video. Hope maybe you got something out of it. If you haven't already, we'd appreciate it if you would click on the subscribe button down below, and then click on the bell icon. You'll be notified when we post a new video. In the meantime, as we travel the highways and byways of America, we hope to see you somewhere in our travels. If we do, give us a wave and say hello. In the meantime, have a good day.